Okay, in this video I'm going to be showing a dead man's hand painted figures. What I've also done with these is I've custom made the playing cards. I first created them on A4 laminated, but then I also made them into playing cards. I'll show them on this camera. So it just makes things a little bit more easy and fun for keep an eye on what everyone's abilities are. So I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna lay them out on each individual card because I'll be here forever. But I'm just gonna go over some of these at the minute. So first I'm just gonna go over some of the terrain. What we're supposed to do with these is have them all individual little pieces like scatter pieces, but I could not be bothered with all that work. So I just kind of stuck everything together to make them obstacles that you've got to step over or hide behind for give partial cover. So for example, this is just a few boxes, bottles and whatnot. What other terrain pieces did I do? Here's one that I've done as well with the sandbags there at the back, barrel, axe in the wood. For the ground, I used Citadel's Dunes, which no longer is available. They kind of recalled and cancelled making the Dunes sand because it has like microplastics in it. So there was concerns about microplastics getting into the waters, so they stopped making it. Again, I'm just going over some of the terrain at the minute. I say I just stuck them together. There was no need to have all these individual scatter pieces. They were just not viable. Again, all stuck together. I'm going to use magnets, as I always do, so they can stick to the tray. And I had one extra unit. I decided to make him into a terrain piece, like a dead guy. I used a zombie skin tone for him to make him look dead, so his skin was more pale. So he's a scatter piece as well. Now onto the units. We'll start with, I believe these are the lawmen. If I've got a red border, I did that as lawmen so they were easy to identify. So that's a lawman. I'm going to see if I can find actually. Right, so this one is this guy. So he's a citizen. Right, let's look for... All these cards are all mixed up, so they're not going to be in order. So next one I'm going to show you is the boss, which would be this one here. Again, this is an outlaw because he's got a black border, or rather she's got a black border. So that's one of the outlaws. I'll put the outlaws on this side, I think. Next one would be Gunslinger. This is also an outlaw. I used a lot of purples on this one, this set, because I do like purples. I like purple as a colour. Next one is Environment. This would also be an outlaw. I tried to make it that all the outlaws have some kind of face covering. But again, he has a pistol, but I'm not going to register that as a pistol. It's just there for the show. The main weapon is the shotgun there that he's got, as referenced on the card. So the environment goes there. The next person is a dude. This is also an outlaw. Which one's the dude? I think is this one. So that's the dude. I said what I did with these is I took pictures of them outside one of the buildings that I painted, took the picture and created the card to match each one. And obviously the dude is pistol. We've got another dude. That would be this dude here. Again, we're still on Outlaws. No face covering for him, but you can see he's just under his chin. He's got it round his neck. They've all got like purple face coverings if I can for these guys. And the weapon he's using is a repeater, as referenced on the card for him. So that's the dude. The next person is, I think he's the last dude. No, I think there's another one after this. So this one is the guy with the rifle. I think this is the one that I tried doing eyes with. I don't know if you can pick up the eyes on there. They look pretty freaky. After that, I was like, I'm not doing eyes again. That is too weird. But that's that dude. And the last one would be the potato sack head dude. And again, he's using a repeater as referenced on the paperwork. So we have played with these. Like I said, his allies that I used, the dunes, I made good use of them. Since we're in the desert and the cowboys and Indians kind of theme, I'm glad I used the dunes on these figures. So I'll put this dude over here, just out of frame. Now we're going to be looking at the lawmen. So this one would be the sheriff, as referenced by the golden badge on his chest. Did a nice little beard for him. Again, he is shotgun. They're equal to equal, so it's like for like. So the leader of these guys, the outlaws, they pretty much match each other. So it's like fair. There's only very little changes in between them, if you know what I mean. Very little subtle changes, but it's pretty well balanced. So there's the sheriff with his shotgun. And after the sheriff, we have a deputy with the yellow top hat. Again, red borders for sure that these are lawmen. These were, compared to the Warhammer figures, these were actually harder to put together because there was no rhyme or rhythm, if that makes sense. Like the legs were different from the top half of the head and the arms were separate, and there was no pushing in, there's no connector. It's literally put glue on, hold it there for a good 10 seconds for it to try and set. And the amount of times I had issues with the arms falling off or the head falling off. The base was okay because of the sand dunes. Underneath it, you've got a base that the legs are tied to, and then underneath that, well, you'll know if you've got the game. You'll know. I don't need to explain. I don't need to teach you how to suck eggs. So that's a deputy. Next one is the marshal. This one is my wife's favourite one. I think it's just because she likes the pink dress. Personally, I think she's got a very ugly face on this one. Very ugly face. But she's a deputy by the silver badge. I think she likes a pink frilly dress. I think that's why my wife likes this one. Again, she's pistols for the marshal. Or rather, pistol, plural. Next one, we have a deputy again with the bowler hat. Again, he is pistols. I say both teams are very balanced. Even though he's got two pistols, it doesn't change. Like his pistol is the same as the gunslinger's pistol or the dude's pistol over here. Like I said, I've balanced them out. It's fair no matter pretty much who gets what team. The next one would be another deputy with another ugly face. I don't know why they've given the females such ugly faces. But yeah, pretty ugly. So obviously, repeater. And she's holding a repeater. And the last one would be a deputy again. Rifle, and let's show the rifle. Like I said, she's holding a pistol, but it's just for show. She's a rifle, so she'd be used for like sniping and whatnot if you can get her onto a roof. And again, all these have a magnet underneath, just so they stick to the tray. So that's everything painted for the Dead Man's Hand. We've played this one a couple of times. It was kind of fun. I've got a feeling my wife doesn't like playing board games, but I still keep trying to drag them into playing them. This game I'm looking forward to playing with more people, but gotta find someone who's interested in playing these games first. Thanks for watching the video, and the next video I will be showing the next game that I painted, which was Worms. Then after Worms, it was The Walking Dead, All Out War. And after that, it's just waiting for other deliveries. But thank you for watching.